Before I started Fulso, I was living in Venezuela, wondering where my future would really take me. I was very afraid. I didn't know where to do, where to go, what was my future really holding, not knowing whether I should follow my dreams or just go for something less risky. And I always, since I was a little kid, I was always attracted to television and movies. I would play with my cousin. I would recreate these scenes from TV shows, the TV series, um, and some films that I saw as a little kid. But I just always thought that was just a dream too far away from me. So I decided to look around, just look for something less creative, something that my family considered normal. Just get a simple, normal life. Start researching about different jobs. Like, at some point I wanted to be a lawyer, then at some point I wanted to be a politician, then at some other point I wanted to be a chef. So there were a lot of things that I was looking around before filmmaking. But filmmaking came back. It would always come back. I got caught up in this world of photography and filmmaking, and I just couldn't escape from it. And this happened after I started talking to my brothers, since they both love films and would introduce me to this new films, this new TV series. And one of the greatest things they did was they let me see and borrow the camera. That's when I first tested a camera and I started practicing photography, and it was great. I was so curious. I was so interested in it. I would take pictures of anything and see how the settings worked. Sometimes I would tell my dad, "All right, dad, just take this picture of me." Um, and I would move the settings for him since he didn't really know how to use it. And I'd see like how the image would turn out and then edit it later on. Because of that, I started watching behind the scenes of different films, and I started to feel curious. I wanted to know more on how they were made, why were so many people involved, and everything. The first one I watched, I remember, it was the Avatar behind the scenes and the Ugo behind the scenes. They just amazed me. It was great to see that amount of people in one place, but I always kept on wondering, how did they do it? I started research night and day. Just I wanted to see if I could do something like that. How could I start something like that? So I would research about, how many people were really involved, how the edits were made, who was in charge, the various stages of production, like pre-production, production, post-production, marketing, all of this. And, sometime after that, after researching and even um, researching about the whole um, filmmaking world, I found Full Sail. I found Full Sail. It was this great film school, really filled with a program that would really give me the knowledge that I wanted to get. So I enrolled in their program and I graduated in 2017. I started work with friends and getting involved in productions in and outside of Full Sail, and it was great. I was having the greatest time of my life. And ever since I decided to pursue my passion for media, for filmmaking, and everything, I learned a lot. I started to meet some of the most talented people, and I've created things that I'm very proud of. I'm always excited to keep learning and keep meeting people who are as excited to work as me. I'm always excited to just do something new, learn from them as they're learning from me, and I'm just always trying to get something done. And I know for a fact that this is what I wanted to do. I've traveled all around the world, and I know this is where I'm supposed to be, and filmmaking and media creation is what I want to do the rest of my life.